were still in the room, but your heart had moved on. I could feel the goodbye long before it was gone. You smile like nothing changed, but your eyes never stayed. I kept loving the version of you that faded away. You stopped choosing me. I kept choosing us. I loved you after you left, when you were already free. I stayed loyal to memories. You were done with me. I held on to maybe you held the door open wide. I loved you after you left. That's how I survived. I defended your distance, called it needing space. I lowered my voice just to keep my place. You made even look gentle, like it didn't hurt at all, but you took everything and left me to fall. You found peace in letting go. I found pain in staying true. I loved you after you left, through every silent night. You moved on into daylight. I stayed losing fights. I gave you my whole heart. You gave me your doubts. I loved you after you left. I'm learning to let go now. If love had rules, I broke them all. Stayed too long, refused to fall. I don't regret the way I tried. I regret believing you'd fight. I loved you after you left, but I loved you right. I stayed honest. You stayed polite. You don't owe me forever. I don't blame you for leaving. I just wish you told me when you stopped believing. Some hearts don't shatter, they stay, and that's worse. You walked like you were leaving, but said nothing at all. Your laughter filled the air, but your heart had hit the wall. I held my breath in empty rooms, pretending you were near, but every word you left unsaid whispered all I needed to hear. I memorized your every line, called it love, called it fate. I stayed through every shadow while you were learning to escape. You didn't slam the door, you just slipped away. I kept hoping for a fight, but you chose silence that day. I waited for a goodbye when you were already gone. I loved in every shadow while you moved on. I held on to a moment that you left behind. I waited for a goodbye, but it never for the love I couldn't take. I waited for a goodbye, but it never came. I loved you through the silence, through the heartbreak and the pain. I held on to forever. You let it unwind. I waited for a goodbye, and it never came in Some hearts leave quietly, and some stay hurting long. I waited for a goodbye, but I loved you all along. You held my hand like you were afraid, like love was something you couldn't stay. Every promise felt borrowed time, every smile had a goodbye inside. I learned your silence better than speech. I knew the distance before you leave. You were drifting, I was still home. Two hearts learning how to be alone. You said my name, but not the same. Like loving me was something that changed. You loved me until it hurt, then you let go. I felt the shift before you showed. I bled devotion, you healed your doubts. You loved me just enough to leave me now. I stayed soft when you went cold, defended you when the truth showed. I made excuses sound like fate, just to keep us from our end date. Your eyes stopped asking me to stay, but I begged myself to anyway. I'd rather break than watch you try to love me while you're saying goodbye. You touched me like a memory, already halfway gone from me. You love me until it hurt, then you ran. I built a future, you had other plans. I gave you all, you gave me out. You love me just enough to leave me If love's a fire, I kept it lit. You watched it fade and called it this. I don't regret the way I tried. I regret believing you'd survive. Some hearts don't shatter when they fall, they just get quiet, that's all. You love me until it hurt, then you healed. I stayed bleeding, you stopped feeling. I was real, you moved on. I learned how to doubt. You love me just enough to leave me now. I don't miss who you are, I miss who you with me. You didn't slam the door or say goodbye. You just stopped trying little by little. Your silence filled the room at night, louder than any fight we ever lived through. I noticed how your eyes stopped asking if I'd stay a little longer. I felt the end before it happened, but love made me ignore the answer. You said I'm just tired, that's all. But tired doesn't forget how to love. You left quietly without a sound. I was still building us while you were shutting down. No final words, no honesty. You didn't leave angry. You left quietly. I learned to read the distance between your words and touch. I kept lowering my needs just to keep what wasn't much. You stopped dreaming out loud. I kept dreaming for us both. Funny how hope can drown when only one heart rose. You found peace in letting go. I found pain in holding on. You left quietly in the middle of us. I was still fighting, you were giving up. No dramatic ending, just disbelief. You didn't leave lonely. You left quietly. If love's supposed to hurt sometimes, I wish it warned me when it dies. I would have held you one last night, knowing it was the final time. I don't hate you, that's the truth. I just loved you longer than you did me. You left quietly, but I felt it all. Every missing piece, every silent fall. You moved on gently, I broke completely. You didn't leave loudly. You left quietly. Some goodbyes don't echo, they just stay. You took your coat but left the cold behind. It still sleeps beside me every night. I say your name like you might come back, like love is something time can track. The house learned silence when you left. Every wall knows what we said. I count the cracks in every lie. I told myself just to survive. You said we'd be fine, just needed space. But space became the place. You stayed. I stayed where you left me, right in the pain. You moved on easy, I stayed the same. I held your promises like they were true. You found your freedom, I lost you. just loved you deeper first. Maybe one day this won't hurt as much, but tonight I stay. We built a home out of maybe and called it something real. Every smile was temporary, every touch was a deal. You look at me like you meant it, then look away like you knew that loving me was a moment you were already moving through. I heard the cracks before they showed, still tried to hold what wouldn't hold. We left on borrowed time, on seconds we didn't know. You were planning your escape, I was calling it home. I gave you my forever, you gave me a goodbye. We left on borrowed time, and I paid the price. I ignored the way you changed, the distance in your tone. You stopped saying my name like it felt too close to home. I became the one waiting, you became the one sure. I kept choosing the pain, you kept choosing the door. You let me fall for what we were, knowing it was already over. We left on borrowed time, on promises half true. You were already gone, I was still choosing you. I held on to the dream you let die. We left on borrowed time, and so did I. If love is meant to stay, why did us feel like goodbye from the very first day? I don't regret the way I tried. I regret believing you were mine. We loved on borrowed time, and I loved you real. You loved the way I made you feel until it asked you to stay. I would have given you my life, you just needed the night. We loved on borrowed time. Now I'm learning how to survive. Some hearts are meant to meet, not meant to last. We were beautiful, and we were past. Talked in circles till the truth wore thin. I learned your smile didn't mean you'd stay in. You say my name like it hurt to try, like loving me was a question, not a reply. I held the weight of what we might be. You held the door like it set you free. I felt the ending in every breath, still chose hope over what was left. You needed distance, I needed time. We needed different kinds of songs. You were the love I couldn't keep, no matter how hard I tried. I stayed awake, you fell asleep in another life, another mind. I gave you truth, I gave you me. You gave me reasons to doubt. You were the love I couldn't keep, and I'm still breaking now. You stopped dreaming out loud with me, started planning quietly. I memorized the way you changed, called it growth to dull the pain. I learned how to read your eyes, like weather warning signs. Every storm I tried to stop still took you farther than I could reach. You said this isn't goodbye, but it felt like one every night. You were the love I couldn't keep, no matter what I do. I built a future in my sleep. You woke up somewhere new. I fought for us, you found a way out. I loved you all the way through. You were the love I couldn't keep, but God, I wanted to. If loving you was losing me, I still would've paid the cost. Some hearts don't break immediately, they fade until they're lost. I don't hate you, that's the truth. I just wish you'd stay long enough to choose. You were the love I couldn't keep, but I loved you right. I stayed honest, I stayed deep through every lonely night. You moved on, I stayed real, that's the part I'm proud about. You were the love I couldn't keep, but I loved you without a doubt. Some loves aren't meant to last, they're meant to leave a mark. I learned your heart like a second skin. Every scar, every place you've been. I made a home out of your arms. Didn't know love could do this harm. Now the nights are longer than before. I talk to walls, I lock the door. Your ghost still sleeps beside my pain, calling my name like gentle rain. I stayed when everything was shaking. You left when love needed patience. You were my home, now I know where every memory's just unfair. I gave you all I had to give, now I don't know how to live. You let go like it was easy, like I didn't break completely. I'm still here alone and torn, missing the place where I was yours. I wear my smile like borrowed Birds don't need a reason why. You were my home, now I know where you're at. Senses everywhere, I gave you all I had to give. Now I don't know how to live. You let go like it was easy, like I didn't break completely. I'm still here alone and torn, missing the place where I was yours. I don't hate you, I never could. I'd take you back if you just would. But loving you is learning pain and calling loss a lesson gained. You were my home, my safe goodbye, my reason, my alibi. If loving you was my mistake, it's one I'd still be proud to make. So I'll heal slow, I'll learn to cope with empty rooms and fragile hope, till loving you doesn't hurt anymore. You were my home, and I lost the Some loves don't fade, they just learn how to hurt quietly. Learned your heart like a second skin. Every scar, every place you've been, I made a home out of your arms. Didn't know love could do this harm. Now the nights are longer than before. I talk to walls, I lock the door. Your ghost still sleeps beside my pain, calling my name like gentle rain. I stay when everything was shaking. You left when love needed patience. You are my home, now They just learn how to hurt quiet. You said my name like it was safe, like you still meant every word. But something in the way you touched me felt borrowed, felt unsure. You laughed, but not the same. Your silence alerted my fears. I felt the ending in your breathing. Long before the tears, you said nothing's wrong, just tired lately. But tired doesn't forget how to love. You stayed until you didn't, without a sound. One day I was your reason, next day I was back around. I kept believing in us. You quietly quit. You didn't break my heart all at once. You stayed until you didn't. I learned to read your distance, like weather in the room. Every smile felt conditional, every soon felt like never to. I made myself smaller so you wouldn't feel tough. Funny how love can turn into trying not to ask. You stop choosing me out loud. I kept choosing you in silence. You stayed until you didn't, and I didn't see the moment I became something easy to leave. I fought for every second you were already gone. You stayed until you didn't, and I held on. If loving you was losing myself, I understand it now. I built a future on your word, you built an exit quietly somehow. I don't hate you, that's the truth. I just wish you left sooner than you did. You stayed until you didn't, but I loved you real. I gave you all of me, you gave me how you feel. You found peace in walking away. I found truth in the pain. You stayed until you didn't, and I stayed the same. Some goodbyes don't happen. Some goodbyes don't happen. Some goodbyes don't happen. Some goodbyes don't happen. They just fade. You held my hand like you were afraid, like love was something you couldn't stay. Every promise felt borrowed time, every smile had a goodbye inside. I learned your silence better than speech, knew the distance before you'd leave. You were drifting, I was still home. Two hearts learning how to be alone. You said my name, but not the same. Like loving me was something that changed. You loved me until it hurt, then you let go. I felt the shift before you showed. I bled devotion, you healed your doubts. You loved me just enough to leave me now, to leave me now. showed. I made excuses sound like fate just to keep us from our end date. Yeah, I stopped asking me to stay, but I begged myself to anyway. I'd rather break than watch you try to love me while you're saying goodbye. You touch me like a memory, already halfway gone from me. Love me until it hurt, then you ran. I built a future, you had other plans. I gave you all, you gave me out. You loved me just enough to leave me now, to leave me now. If love's a fire, I kept it lit. You watched it fade and called it this. I don't regret the way I tried. I regret believing you'd survive. Some hearts don't shatter when they fall, they just get quiet, that's all. You love me until it hurt, then you healed. I stayed bleeding, you stopped feeling I was real. You moved on, I learned how to doubt you. Love me just enough to leave me now. I don't miss who you are, I miss who you were with me. Your sweater's still hanging by the door, like you might reach for it once more. Every quiet room still says your name. I'm breathing, but I'm not the same. We crammed this forever like it was free. Never thought goodbye would look like me. Smiling through a pain I can't explain. Learning how to live with what remains. I trace the cracks you left in me, trying to remember who I used to be. You love me then, but you don't know. I feel it every time I breathe. Somehow I gave you everything I am. You took my heart and changed your plans. You moved on like it didn't hurt, like I was easy to desert. I'm still here, breaking again and again, missing who I was when you loved me then. I hear you laughing, crowded rooms, like ghosts that never leave too soon. I lie awake just chasing sleep, while all my tears refuse to keep. They say I'll heal, I'll learn, I'll grow, but healing's slow and love won't go. I burn the memories if I could, but part of me still hopes you would. If love is letting go of pain, why does holding on feel the same? You love me then, but you don't know. I feel it every time I breathe. Somehow I gave you everything I am. I still hear your footsteps in the hall, even though you're not here at all. Your shadow lives inside this room, like love that left too soon. I read our texts like they're brand new, looking for a reason, looking for you. Every forever feels like a lie, now that you're not by my side. You said we'd never fall apart, but you let go of my heart. When love walked away, it took me with it, left me standing in the silence. I gave you my soul, I gave you my name. Now all I have is the pain. You promised me we'd be okay, but you were already halfway gone. I'm still here holding yesterday. When love walked away, I see your face in strangers' eyes, in almost every goodbye. I try to smile, I try to cope, but I'm choking on hope. You moved on like I was nothing, like my tears didn't mean something. I stayed behind, learned how to break while you learned how to escape. If love's real, tell me why it hurts just to survive. When love walked away, it took with me lost in the quiet. I gave you my heart, you changed the plan. Now I don't know who I am. You promised me we'd be okay, but you were already halfway gone. I'm still here holding yesterday, and love walked away. I don't hate you, I just miss who we were before goodbye became a word. If loving you was my mistake, I'd still make it anyway. When love walked away, it didn't want me, didn't look back, didn't call me. I'm learning how to breathe alone in a heart that's not a home. Maybe one day I'll be strong again, but tonight I'm not pretending. I lost more than words can say. When love walked away, when love walked away, yeah. You let go, and I broke in silence. You don't live here anymore, but your ghost still does. In the corners of my mind, in the quiet dust, I hear your voice and unfinished songs. In all the places where my heart went wrong, I kept your sweater like it still smells like you, like love might come back if I wanted it to. Funny how hope can lie so well, convincing me this isn't hell. You promised me time, then you ran out fast, left me holding pieces of a future that passed. We broke before goodbye, before the tears, before the truth. You were already halfway gone, now we're still choosing you. I fought for us alone while you were learning to leave. We broke before goodbye. You stopped loving, I just didn't see. I learned how to laugh in front of friends, then cry where the daylight never ends. I memorized the cracks in your lies, break my heart. Some loves don't end with closure or grace, they just fade and leave a permanent ache. We broke before goodbye, before the door finally closed. You found peace in moving on, I found pain I never chose. Ooh, I loved you past the end, past the point of belief. We broke before goodbye. You stopped loving, I loved you completely. Now I'm learning how to breathe again, in a life where you don't pretend. I still hear your footsteps in the hall, even though you're not here at all. Your shadow lives inside this room, like love that left too soon. I read our texts like they're brand new, looking for a reason, looking for you. Every forever feels like a lie, now that you're not by my side. You said we never fall apart, but you let go of my heart. When love walked away, it took me with it, left me standing in the silence. I gave you my soul, I gave you my name. Now all I have is the pain. You promised me we'd be okay, but you were already halfway gone. I'm still here holding yesterday, when love walked away. I see your face in strangers' eyes, and almost every goodbye. I try to smile, I try to cope, but I'm choking on hope. You moved on like I was nothing, like my tears didn't mean something. I stayed behind, learned how to break while you learn how to escape. If love was real, tell me why it hurts just to survive. When love walked away, it took me with it, left me lost in the quiet. I gave you my heart, you changed the plan. Now I don't know who I am. You promised me we'd be okay, but you were already halfway gone. I'm still here holding yesterday, when love walked away. I don't hate you, I just miss who we were before goodbye became a word. If loving you was my mistake, I'd still make it anyway. When love walked away, it didn't warn me, didn't look back, didn't call me. I'm learning how to breathe alone in a heart that's not a home. Maybe one day I'll be strong again, but tonight I'm not pretending. I lost more than words can say, when love walked away. You let go, and I broke in silence. You walked away without a fight, left your shadow where I lie. I memorized the empty space where your heartbeat used to hide. I kept your coffee cup on the counter like it might remind me of us. I held every word you didn't say, believing in a love that was dust. You needed freedom, I needed truth. We wanted different kinds of proof. I stayed when you left, I loved when you couldn't, I fought when you paused, I cried when you wouldn't. I gave you all my heart while you were moving on. I stayed when you left, and I'm still holding on. I replay our laughter in quiet rooms, trying to feel the warmth of you. I still see your hands in mine, even when your touch was through. You made leaving look so easy, like love was something to outgrow. I stayed in every broken moment, even when I should have let you go. I learned too late how much to give while you were learning how to live. I stayed when you left, I loved when you couldn't, I fought when you paused, I cried when you wouldn't. I gave you all my heart while you were moving on. I stayed when you left, and I'm still holding on. If love is pain, I'll worry proud. If love is silence, I screamed it loud. You were gone, but I stayed in the town. My heart broke anyway. I stayed when you left, I loved when you couldn't, I kept your memory alive.